donations this evening will be sent to the United Church of Christ Disaster Relief. And as we are all lost or damaged, whose concerns are about how to piece back together what has been lost or broken, rather than having lights or ornaments or presents. Having just spent time giving thanks for all that we have, we invite you to give generously, even as you receive the gift of this service, the music and the poetry. Throughout this service, we have highlighted the voices of folks from the Caribbean, and we have a variety of poetry that we hope that you will enjoy. And we open our service now with a work by Trinidadian poet and artist. Mandy is going to read that for us.
Notes of evening play upon sand, scattered dried stars from treetops. There are poems in me unwritten. My senses hush, words sink like stones. Overhead, seabirds, taught with sound, scream because they need to. Wind whistles through wet rock. The sun shifts on a far shore. I write this poem because I need to. Waves crash in my bones. Tides ebb and flow in my throat. A cry dissolved is washed away. Water rushes like memory, finds its echo in my body. I learn to speak all over again. On this edge of land, I lean into the light, cast my voice like a net into the sea.
Thank you for that. I'd like to introduce our two special guest artists tonight. I'm so pleased. This is the first time I've been able to work with Mondo. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and it's a thrill to be able to work together for the first time. Mondo is born in Panama and is one of the busiest vocalists in the Orange County area. Afterwards, if you'd like to know where he's at, I'm sure he can give you a pretty busy schedule of where he's at. So we're just so pleased to have Mondo sing with us today. And on trumpet, from my favorite band, Tower of Power, the lead trumpeter with Tower of Power for many, many years, Mr. Sal Cracchiolo.
I was born in Panama, so if there are any ICE agents in here, I am a citizen now. Celebrating love. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is a very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you'll adore, as love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Ron Kobayashi, yeah. Oh, love is for the way you look at me. Oh, it's for the only one I see. V is a very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you'll adore. Can love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. I said love was made for me and you. Ba-zap-zap-zoo-ba-doo-da-da-ba-doo-wow.
This poem is entitled New Realms by Ashman Morais. My memories of you are kept in that deep heart space, protected and watered every now and then by sad or joyous tears. When you couldn't find them and had forgotten some of your big brother jokes out of the long ago, I reminded you of the Edgewater one when you chased away a prospective suitor who had interrupted my homework. When miles stood between us, your humor made the distance easier to bear. With grace, you tolerated my song requests. When life storms did their destructive worst, You soldiered on bravely. I watched you battle after battle. Fortis cadere non potist. Though you fell, you never yielded, really. That evening your soul soared to new realms, to sit near peaceful streams and hear wonderful sounds, to sing new songs with Mabel and Mama and the rest of your choir, to interrogate angels and saints, to have sweet, sweet dreams, and rest at last in the arms of your Savior.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fears and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Give it up for Sal. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you see the sun come shining through for you. Oh, light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Smile. Show me those pearly whites.
Bird Song of Shaker Way by Anne Margaret Lim. Every day is perfect if, when you wake, you hear birds in the garden, in the yard, birds up and down, ushering in one more day in all the houses on Shaker Way. Birds on telephone lines, light posts, birds twittering on trees, hailing fellow birds with a nod of beak, gray kingbird, top-hatted streamer-tail, tuxedoed doctor bird, busy-bodied hummingbird, tucking in, out of pink-red ixoris, punch-drunk in love. Birds preening for, chatting up other birds, the oriole, the grassquit, in mid-song on the lawn, in a dance of birds, in an all-day-long conference of bird. Red-headed woodpecker, drummer boy or girl bird, in this daily symphony of birds, an orchestra on Shaker Way, in serenade of each perfect day with birds. From the very first mockingbird, heralding in solo warble, one more day filled with birds, brightened, lightened, trilled by birds. Precious, diamond-throated, sweet song, miracle-toting birds. The gift of day is here, birds. Bird, bird, bird. Hello, bird. You lift me up, bird. You sing the day beautiful, bird.
Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could bring the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. Is that love in need of love today? Don't delay, send yours in right away. Oh, hate is going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if you let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you hear me when I say, is that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Oh, hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Oh, love is in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Oh, hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Just bring the world some love. Spread the love, please.
Okay. My poem is called Colonization in Reverse. What joyful news, Miss Maddie. I feel like my heart will burst. Jamaicans are colonizing England in reverse. By the hundreds, by the thousands, from rural and Kingston ground, by the shiploads and by the plane loads, Jamaica is England bound. They are pouring from Jamaica. Everybody's future plan is to get a high-class job and settle the motherland. What an island! What a people. Men and women, old and young, are packing their bags and barrels and turning history upside down. Some people don't like to travel, but just to show their loyalty, they're opening their very own cheap to fair England agencies. Week by week, the volume of countrymen shipping out gets higher, all to populate and saturate the seat of empire. Do you see how life is funny? Do you see the irony? Jamaicans are now the ones with English folks' money. Once they get to England, they settle in their different roles. Some will get right down to work, but some will settle for the dole. Jane says the dole is not too bad because they will pay her £2 a week to find a job that she's well suited for. I think Jane will never find work at the rate that she claims to look, for all day she sits on Aunt Fan's couch and reads her romance book. What confusion and excitement in England. They faced a war, they braved the worst. But I'm wondering how they will manage colonization in reverse.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day. Woo! When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to bear, then someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. And then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. A lovely day. Woo! Oh. Thank you. Second verse. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to bear, then someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. And then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. And just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. 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 Thank you.
Nothing like beautiful music and beautiful people. It's amazing. It's great stuff. A lovely day. Hey, that's how it works. Yes. Yes. I don't have much time to speak and everything, so I know I won't have. I would like to say thank you to Pastor Sarah and Miss Chrissy to invite me. I'm not from Jamaica, and I know the process is is from the hurricane relief here. I'm not from Jamaica. I'm from Haiti. I know it's about the same things, and any island that actually located between the Bermuda Triangle from Florida all the way down to all the islands that actually go through this process right there, you got a chance to actually get some heavy weather. Okay, so therefore Haiti is one of them, and I've never been to Jamaica, and I don't know how Jamaica is built, but I know how Haiti is built, and I know I lived there, and I left Haiti since I was 14 years old, so I went back in 1989, and since then, and I haven't been back, so it's a little bit different now, as I've heard from people, based on politics and the history and what's going on. So I don't have no time to talk about history and politics right now, but but it would take quite a bit of time. But right now we're talking about the hurricane relief. Who has been in Haiti or in Jamaica and during the hurricanes? I know a couple of people here. Huh? During the hurricane? Yeah, during hurricane. No. Okay. And in hurricanes, we have categories, right? If you live in Fontana, you probably you probably have a category 1 every other day. Okay. If you live in Fontana, California, but if you have, because it's that's the wind city, so there is also a category 2, category 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so when you're talking about category 3, you're talking about winds from 60 miles to 80 miles an hour. Okay, and you're talking about a category 4 from 80 miles an hour to 100, 120. Okay, so we're talking about category 5, which is where the I comes in, and I've been in all of them. You're talking about winds that's going from 160 to 200. So it's no fun. Okay, so when you're talking about the houses in Haiti, the way they're built, okay, so they have flat tops. So why the reason people that can afford it, okay, they have the flat tops. So whenever the hurricanes come, so the wind won't be able to lift up there. So a category 5 will lift up a truck, okay, if you guys may know, okay, like an 18-wheeler, it's easy to actually move one of those. Okay, so I know you guys in California, I got my wife here, whenever we're talking about rain, oh, it's raining outside, Patrick, it's going, the rain is going, and and I kind of laugh whenever, and I said, Jenny, you have never seen it rain before, Yeah, it's really, so the thing is on the category 5, when you see the sea is coming, it's actually hard, the sea is actually hitting, right? And then the waves are so high, okay? And then you have the rivers that's going down. So the water is coming both ways somehow, and for the people who do not have much, and the water is actually flooded, it's getting flooded. For the brand new homes in Haiti, they have the bathrooms inside the house. And you see where I'm going with that, right? And the ones who do not have the possibility, and so they have they don't have, the bathrooms in the outside. So whenever it's flooded, guess what happened? Okay, so, and that's what those kind of things that happen. So we here is because of this situation. And I want to say thank you for Pastor Sarah and Pastor Christy to actually put all those things together, invite the community to put all this together. And this is a wonderful thing. And thank you for doing this, guys. And I love you guys for everything. Thank you very much for doing this. Okay.
My name is Rachel Pryor. I am the conference minister for the Southern California Nevada Conference. That is the geographic region of the United Church of Christ in this part of the country. We're one of 36 regions in the United Church of Christ. And we have about 125 local churches and ministries that are part of our work in the 10 southern counties of California and Clark County, which is, of course, Las Vegas, Nevada. We also work in partnership with the Pacific Southwest region of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. That's a bigger geographic region, but also kind of centered right down the road here in Fullerton. And so Reverend Richie Sanchez couldn't be here tonight, but I know that he is a strong partner with us in this work. And I'm also so grateful to have my still very new colleague, Reverend Chad Tanaka-Pack, who is our Associate Conference Minister for Building the Future. You may recognize them from First Congregational Church in Los Angeles, but we unscrupulously stole him away for our own staff, and we're so grateful to have you here with us as well. And this is one of the absolute best parts of the job, to be able to come to events like this where so many of our local churches are working together cooperatively for this kind of benefit. And it's not the first time that we've done something like this. And Patrick, as you were speaking, I was thinking about, I know we don't exactly know hurricanes in Southern California, but what we do know are wind speeds. And I was thinking about how not just a little less than a year ago, we were sitting in our homes watching those wind speeds that were preventing aircraft from getting into the sky to prevent and ultimately to fight a wildfire that raged on. And I think sitting in our homes, listening to the howl and the silence and not really sure which one is better, and wondering, you know, in the Caribbean maybe when that roof is going to go flying, but for us it's when that ember is going to go flying and when that spark is going to lead to the next disaster. And so even though we don't have exactly the same experience, we do hold in common that sense of what it is like to survive this kind of ecological disaster, a disaster which is made worse, made more catastrophic because of the human-made impacts on global climate change. So I want to share a little bit briefly from the Reverend Dr. Karen Georgia Thompson, who is our General Minister and President of the United Church of Christ and very newly elected President of the World Communion of Reformed Churches. She spent the last week before Thanksgiving in the country of her birth, Jamaica. It was an official visit, not a personal one for her, a time of prayer and listening with communities who were impacted in that country in particular. And she shared about this. You can read the whole post in her, On My Mind Today is her blog, and the most recent post is Together Beyond the Storm. So she really brings the combination of understanding this work from the perspective of a denominational leader. Before she was general minister and president, she was our minister she was like an ecumenical officer for the UCC, and then she worked with global ministries. So she really has seen kind of the whole range of how these disasters impact our communities internationally. And she wrote that Sunday morning worship, the Sunday morning before Thanksgiving, was in Brompton, St. Elizabeth, with the congregation at Cambridge United Church, the first time that congregation had gathered for worship after the hurricane. The colored glass in the grass, along with pieces of the roof and mortar, was itself a story, the remnant of the windows blown out and the roof destroyed. Yet, the floors were clean, a generator was brought in, and the people gathered in the church buzzing with the conversations and the joy of seeing and holding each other after Melissa. You know, Karen George is a poet too, so you can hear that in her prose as well. The worship service was attended by members of 5 congregations in the area, all gathering for the first time. It was a service of reflection, renewal, and hope, crafted with hymns and songs of praise, scriptures, and the stories of survival brought by the people. As Reverend Dr. Thompson reports, in many conversations shared was the remark, for the first time in this community, there is none to help the other. That's how severe the catastrophe has been. And yet, people have taken others into their homes. People are checking on each other, sharing from what they have, and giving from whatever they get. There are the utterances of thanksgiving, the acknowledgement of God present, and the response to the needs that are being identified, and there is so much to be done. The United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands has accounted for over 50 churches and schools damaged and 7 churches destroyed. This is just Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, not the entire region. Care packages are being assembled and distributed to those in need. Mental health needs are being addressed. Housing is being provided. Churches are operating as shelters and hosting organizations providing meals. Churches are conducting assessments to learn of the needs of their members and those in the community. Ministers are conducting pastoral visits in communities where electricity and the means of communication are in disrepair. The news cycle has moved on to cover other things, even while these stories are still emerging. This is where our global ministries disaster recovery response comes in. In the United States, when we have disaster recovery, the United Church of Christ works through our Global Hope team, and the Disciples of Christ, Christian Church Disciples of Christ works through an organization or a department called Week of Compassion. But when we do this work globally, internationally, we do it together, and we do it through our Global Ministries partnership. Through our own very recent experience with disaster recovery in the Southern California Nevada Conference, we've learned that the UCC model, the UCCN Christian Church model for disaster recovery, is not to be the first in, but to be the last out. Emergency crews swoop in with aid and rescue. Local communities manage civic response plans that typically cover the first 180 days after a disaster. But through trusted partnerships with groups like Church World Service, we are able to participate in just enough of a supportive way to those initial aid efforts. Most of all, what we do is commit to staying all the way to the end. Long after the media have moved on, long after the shelters are established and the cleanup is over, long after the electricity is restored. The United Church of Christ and our partners are present with disaster caseworkers and community organizers who stay until the last roof is replaced, the last home rebuilt, and the last church brought back to life. It's not unusual for us to remain in place with disaster recovery for at least 5 years after the initial disaster event. We are asking you to give generously today because in this moment, our hearts and prayers are attuned to this region experiencing catastrophic loss. As the months and years move on, the truth is that many of us will lose track of this disaster, responding to other needs, tending to local ministries. But our gifts, the gifts we give today, will continue to live on through global ministries, waiting until that moment when those later pieces are important, even though the sort of glamorousness of the disaster response is not being covered in the news anymore. Our gifts live on through this policy and through the staff and the work of global ministries and our direct partnerships in that area, reminding our neighbors for years to come that they are not forgotten, that we who are strangers rejoice with them in their hope for future healing, just as we ourselves in these recent months have known the generosity of loving people around the world who we will never meet. So I want to thank you for your presence and your prayers and your support, including your donations, and thank you for making the time to be here with us tonight.
So before Ron gives me this intro, I would like to say, I'll tell you a short story because it's very true. And I have a friend of mine that is a rocket scientist, true story. And his daughter is now 8 years old. And he once told me that his desire was for his daughter to be the first president of Mars. I kid you not. I kid you not. And I chuckled like you did. And I realized that because of the fact that he's a scientist, he's a rocket scientist, he does work with Elon Musk actually. He has actually been on a flight. He paid his money to go out into the hemisphere, out of here. I say this because I understand that I'm kind of chicken myself. I am not getting on a rocket and going anywhere else. I might get on an airplane and fly somewhere. But I enjoy this world that we live in. This is the only world that I know. And I think that our mission, part of our mission, is to teach those behind us how to continue to help this country and this world to grow and prosper, and how to do the right thing for each other to make sure that we are all prosperous. And it's not just us versus them, but all of us together. So I want to celebrate this world with this next song, and I want you to take this musical journey with me as I go through the lyrics for this song. Thank you. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I've heard babies cry, I've watched them grow. They learn much more than I've ever known. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I've heard babies cry. I've watched them grow. They learn much more than we'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you.
Friends, we have just one more song tonight. But before we close, we wanted to just say a big thank you once again to our amazing musicians. You have really been a balm for our souls tonight. On a personal note, Love's in Need of Love was my wife, Kelly, and I's wedding song, so it's especially beautiful to hear it from you all tonight. We want to also say thank you to Rachel and to Patrick and for Jenny for being here this evening. You know, when we were first talking about how to support our siblings in the Caribbean, the idea for a collaborative jazz Vespers arose, and every single church here immediately said, absolutely, yes, let's do this. These are really overwhelming times, and I often find myself asking the question, what is the next right thing? And I know in this moment that us coming together today and supporting each other was right and good. So thank you for being here, for sharing in this sacred time. We know that it's a busy season, and your presence here is cherished, and it really matters. Thank you for your donations to support Hurricane Melissa. They're so important, and we're so grateful. There are offering plates in the back. There's also a QR code on your program, and I think shortly there's also going to be the Venmo QR code. So we're going to conclude our evening with our final poem. A Chant Against Death by Mervyn Morris. Say family, say friends, say wife, say love, say life, say learning, laughter, sunlight, rain, say cycle, circle, music, memory, say night and day, say sun and moon, say see you soon.
Come on, you can clap, you can shake from side to side, you can do whatever you feel like doing on this next song. I feel so fortunate to be here tonight. I feel so happy to share this with you. This past September, I celebrated 70 years on this earth, 7-0. And I hope that I can see many, many more to entertain you and to keep you laughing, smiling, and feeling from the heart. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light you see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, 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 stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Yeah, yeah. If the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, and the mountains should tumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, 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 stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, come on, put your hands together. Come on, yeah. This goes out to my beautiful wife at home. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, 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 stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, 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 stand by me. Hey. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, baby, you're my lover. Won't you stand by me? Oh, 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 stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, 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 hey.
Mondo Cordova.
Thank you so much.
Sal Crocchiolo. Bob Elefante. Steve Dixon. Jessica, thank you for the great sound. Donate.
Thank you.